Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is called Steel. After yesterday's episode, the last one, we learned so much more about the Machias' past than we have done till now, and he unlocked his S-craft, so he's definitely worth having back into the party right now, and I'm very curious to see what it is. And having said that, we were instantly transferred to the Garnet district in order to follow up on a potential burglary at the jewelers, which, if you can remember, I think a few episodes ago I did mention it, that it was very suspicious that they had something that beautiful on display, and they were talking about Phantom B, which of course we know from Trails in the Sky to be Blue Blank, so I'm thinking he's here, and by the fact that they said a message for directly mentioning us, we know it's a guarantee that it's him. But before we go and do that, I got a slight little hint in the comments that I should talk to the people in the Ost district, because now with the addition of the past we know of Machias, certain people might have their own opinion about that in this district, so it might be wise just to talk to every one of them and see what's going on. And let's hope, in comparison to the end of yesterday's episode, that I can finish this within my work break, which I'm doing it again today. So let's get to it straight away, cause we've got a case waiting for us in the Garnet district. So we have to get to it as soon as possible. But first, let's do a walkabout. I'm proud of Carl, but sometimes I worry he's overworking himself. Doesn't help that he barely even gets the chance to even go home. At this rate, he's gonna end up hurting himself. Well, there is a chance, unless he's properly motivated, and seeing what happened in the past, we know what motivates him, and with that he is very motivated. Yes, I agree totally with that, little kitty. Let's also check inside the houses. And we can see if we can actually get inside Machia's house now without any problems. I was gonna give Nono some food, but she doesn't seem hungry. Maybe she already went out and got some. She's such a strong kitty. Well, partly because of the guidance of Mr. Tiddles. I'm planning on taking some fish along as offering for Mr. Tiddles, but I'm not sure how best to go about it. Should I offer him just the head, like they do in the East, or give him the whole darn thing? I would say give him the whole darn thing, because I think Mr. Tiddles, he knows what to do with it if it is too big. I'm pretty sure he will share it with the other kittens. Oh, don't they only do that for celebratory events? Well, a cat probably wouldn't mind. No, if a cat can get free food, he will definitely take it. Well, if it's a smart kitty, and we know Mr. Tiddles is just that. As great as Governor Regnus is, you can't forget about all the work Chancellor Osborne put in either. If it weren't for him, we'd have to live with a government full of corrupt nobles. Those two have really changed the atmosphere in the city. Well, aside from this place at least, Ost is the same as ever. Governor Regnus isn't the kind of man to let bias cloud his judgment or pull crazy stunts for attention. It'd be nice if everyone in this district did something for the summer festival. That would definitely be great, that's for sure. Hello, Edler. Meow. So do you like your lunch? Show someone who claims to have better fish and chips and I'll show you a liar. They just redefined the word delicious. Honestly, I'd eat another plate of those right now. Now, that's what I like to hear. Well then, let me give you the recipe if you like them so much. Thank you for the hint. I always like getting a new recipe. And I won't say that I would potentially miss this, but I'm glad we have it. Are you sure you should be giving out the recipe to your signature dish? Ah, no problem. Nothing beats freshly made fish and chips. And you kids wouldn't be able to get him if you weren't here. Seems like Maki has told you everything there is to know about his family history, so keep looking out for him now, would you? How did you realize that? You honestly think I wouldn't notice when you came along to get food with that glum look on your face? You get that from your dad. I have to admit, I never expected Makias would talk to you guys about that. You all must be really important to him. Aww, that's actually very sweet to hear. And he's right, he wouldn't have been telling us that if he didn't trust us to a certain degree. Yes, there might have been a little bit of peer pressure, considering all the progress everyone in class made except for him. He mentioned this himself. But yeah, there has to be some measurement of trust. Alright, so we have a burglary at the jeweler's, but I want to try out the new fried fish. Seeing as I can't do the tomato gratin until we have back to Emma, but we can definitely try to get these 3. Oh yeah, we have plenty of ingredients to do so.
I'll do what I can. That came out rather well.
Yeah, we have a great face and we have a bad face
Okay.
in our party, so unless it's guys?
Better than expected.
Could it be guys? It could be guys, right?
Okay.
Let's do one with both Fee and Laura.
This one's my specialty. It'll be good.
Like I was gonna say, if it doesn't pop up, we can always wait until we get guys back as well in the old schoolhouse. But yes, fish nuggets! I can see Fee making that. Alright, let's go for the bad one, and there's only one who doesn't know how to cook this dish.
I suppose this'll do.
No, Makias. Don't try to impress us.
Let's never speak of this again.
Oh, we will. We definitely will. Roasted fry up. And 50% burn on us, I imagine. Thank you very much. That still means that we only have one more one that's still open for debate. Good. Alright, let's keep continuing on. Because who knows what else we can potentially get here. But today's episode is already a hit here with me. Oh, Jim and I are both from out of town. So the summer festival is a special treat and we like to celebrate properly. Jim even managed to get time off work so we could spend the festival together. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Me too. Right. Jim's working hard, so I should make sure he has a great meal waiting for him when he gets home. Oh, that's very nice. I wonder if he's gonna be at the port if we go there now? I bet you're right, Jenny. Need your help over here too. Jenny, like right now. I know, don't rush me. We're all decorating the place ourselves. It's pretty fun. Wanna help us out? I would, if I was able to. Why do I have to handle deliveries to us today? Now not only am I working my ass off, I'm technically slacking. I'm gonna be dead meat when I get back. Well, you are helping the kids, so there is something to be proud of in that. It's always odd thinking about just how much the class system controls someone's life from the moment they're born. I mean, I know that not all nobles are bad people, but that system makes no buts about them being above us. Yeah. You get a lot of people who resent them because of that. Try to be careful out there. Yeah, I've seen that at the port with the guy giving us the mission, and also lays in line with some of the comments we had on the last video. Because this class system, it's really difficult to understand as is. Can you imagine being a little kid like Makias? It just makes it more, it makes me worse. Let's see, we have 33,000. Nice. I like that. Anything in here? I'm gonna assume, Passionate Rouge. That's the one that we gave Laura, I think, yeah. Right, or was that a holy one? No, that's what we gave her. Good. Yeah, and 50 strength is a lot. No matter when you get that. Is there anyone gonna be here? I seriously doubt it. Yeah. Because his dad is not staying here at the moment. Really? You guys didn't even clean your plates and put them at least in the kitchen? I expected more from you. Oh, me and Pateri just got grub, but then she told me to head back first because she had something to do. I took a peek at what she was doing though, and it turns out she was giving her leftovers to some cat. That's Pateri for you, a delinquent with a sense of duty. Don't bring up cats around her though, she'll get really, really mad. I keep seeing punks hanging around my town, so let me give you a little warning. That door north of the tram stop leads to an underground waterway, so you better not even think about getting near it. Cargo wandered in there once, and it's a huge pain to get him out. There's monsters in there too, so you'd all cry like a bunch of babies if you got lost in there. You hear me? Don't even think about it. She means well. Let's keep it at that. Oh, don't get near that door, got it? I mean it. I don't care if it's unlocked or not. But Thierry always gets mad when you bring up cats around her. I guess that's because she's rivals with their boss. Mr. Tiddles. Can't open this door. Alright, seeing as that is the entire Oz district, we've got a nice new recipe. Let's head over to the Garnier district and start up our, let us say, our investigation into the jewelry store. And let's see when everyone is still standing on the same location, so I can assume it will all be the same text. I'm ashamed. Letting our guard down like that was so amateur. Please do whatever you can to get the Crimson Tiara back. Please, I'm begging you. I'm so ashamed letting our guard down. Oh, who could have imagined that Phantom Thief B would show up right in our store? He hardly was as skilled as all the rumors says. Please, be careful during your investigation. Who could have imagined? Well, I could imagine. You've got to be kidding me. Phantom Thief B? This is big, huge even. Looks like I've picked one hell of a crazy time to visit the capital. You did. You really, really did. I can't believe it. He'd be so bold as to steal our store's prized tiara. Phantom Thief B must not have a fear in the world. Well, at least not a lot of fear, let's say that. Huh? What happened to the tiara? I don't see it anywhere. I came all the way here to see it and it's not even here? It's not. Okay. I am thinking about one thing, because tomorrow's gonna be the summer festival, isn't it? No, we can do that later, I'm sure of it. Excuse me, are you in charge of this store? We're here on behalf of the local government to investigate a reported burglary. Yes, that's right, I'm the owner. You must be the students from Thors Military Academy. Indeed, Class 7, Group A at your service. Oh, thank goodness. We may yet have a chance to recover the Crimson Tiara. So the object that was stolen? Oh, yes, exactly. It's embedded with priceless carnelian gemstones, captivating the tears and hearts of all those who gaze upon it. It is the centerpiece of our display under consideration to become a national treasure and valued at almost 100 million mira. Whoa, 100 million mira. Pretty pricey. Yeah, I'll say. To think something like that valuable could be swiped just like that. The question is, how did the thief manage to steal it? I hear that the store was fitted with the best security system money could buy, so you could display the tiara safely. I'm afraid it was all due to my carelessness. There's no problem with our recently installed security system. The problem was me, falling right into Phantom B's trap. Wait, the Phantom Thief Bee? I've heard all manner of rumors about him, but I still find it hard to believe this was actually his doing. Well, the name does sound kind of familiar. Seems like Elliot and Machias know of him. Yeah, he's a thief of quite a reputation in the capital. He calls himself the Liberator of Beauty, and he made quite a name for himself with a string of major thefts a number of years ago. He's even gained an enthusiastic fan following for the daring and graceful methods he used during his thefts. Oh, and now I remember where I've heard his name before. He's the thief who managed to steal an orbital tank from the Imperial Army, right? Yeah, that's one of his most famous exploits. I seem to recall hearing that story myself. I wonder how one steals a tank. So, do we know how the tiara was stolen? Phantom Thief B is well known for sending the victims a card notifying them of his intended crime before he commits it. Did he send a card this time? Yes, that's right. The card also contained the message: your prized tiara has already been replaced with an imitation. However, that message was a feint. Yeah, it made her open up the thing, taking it out and letting it go check if it was actually a fake. And it wasn't, but being outside of the security system gave him the opportunity to steal it. Which is extremely smart, and I think a plot of one of Lupin III movies I've seen. While we did have the utmost faith in our security system, we knew that if anyone could get past it, it would be him. We decided to open up the display case to check the tiara, but as it turns out, that was what he was counting on us to do. So that's when he stole the tiara, huh? I'm afraid so. Unbelievable. I assume you weren't able to get a good look at the culprit's face? Indeed, as soon as we opened the display case, the lights all went out. By the time we got them back on, the tiara had vanished. Ah, I see. Sounds like he's no ordinary thief. With a piece as valuable as this, can you maybe explain how you decided would be the optimal choice for this request? Of course, please, take a look at this. To the owner of this fine establishment, know that I have the Crimson Tiara securely in my possession. Should you fulfill my conditions, I promise that I shall be returned to you unharmed. If not, I make no guarantees. First, you must not report this incident to the Railway Military Police. Second, you must deliver the other card here to the members of Thors Military Academy, Class 7 Group A. Does that mean he's also doing something to Group B? Probably not, but it would be a really nice thought, you know what I mean? Third, the aforementioned Group A must overcome the trial written on said card. Phantom Thief B. It really is addressed to us. I find the thief's apparent reveling in his crime somewhat unpleasant. Yeah, though on the other hand, it seems to be giving us a chance to get the tiara back. True. Do you have this other card that the thief mentioned? Oh, of course, please, take this. Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, of Thors Military Academy Class 7 Group A. Should you wish to recover the treasure you seek, accept and overcome the trials I have placed before you. All of the keys lie within the Vermilion capital. The first key is at the feet of the conqueror with the heart of a lion. A riddle, is it? Well, I'm sure the Vermilion capital is just referring to the city itself. But as for the feet of the conqueror with the heart of a lion, seems like a treasure hunt, and this card is our first clue. It does seem that way. So, do you think you can help us out? We'd be happy to. Indeed, taunting us like that? I'm all for wiping that smug satisfaction off his face. Let's be off then. Oh, thank you so much. Please go find it. Yes, this is not the first time we got a mission like this in The Legend of Heroes going after Phantom Beam. Because I remember so well how many times we had to do this in Trails in the Sky, And especially the one where we had a cart stuck underneath a piece of machinery at the port that we had to lift the thing up and find the cart underneath it.
Right.
Yeah, that was amazing. And of course also with the fountain, when it was on the fountain itself, you think, how can no one have seen this before us? Yeah. And of course, I know what the first hint is referencing to is the statue of Drykos at the plaza, so yes. I can scarcely believe that the Crimson Tiara has been stolen. Please do whatever you can to recover it. Alright. Let's go to the plaza. And it should be at his feet. Well, at least if I'm correct. It would be really cool that if you now walked around it, you'd see a very miniature card or something. Like a visual representation that we actually found it. But this was an easy hint to start off with. Sometimes it can get really complex. Ah, the conqueror with the heart of a lion. It couldn't have meant anything other than the statue of Emperor Drykos. Agreed, it's hard to hear a clue like that and not immediately think of Drykos the Lionheart. And this statue is the famous monument of him here in Heimdall. Then chances are good that we're in the right place. The card said to look at his feet. Oh, let's do it then. Oh, here we go. It's the same type of card as the last one too. I assume we're correct then? Well, we won't know until we check. The second key is in the northeastern seat of the prismatic palace. The first thing that popped in my head was the crystal garden in Matter Park. And then the northeastern seat in it. The second key, so basically we've got another scavenger hunt. So it seems. I can't believe he's making us go through this whole rigmarole. What can we do and play along though? In the northeastern seat of the prismatic palace. Just what could that mean? Normally we get a hint or something in Trails in the Sky, like a reference to what they think where it is. Now, this game, they said, no, you've learned enough in Trails in the Sky. You should be able to solve this now by yourself. Alright, let's go where my thoughts took me straight away. Like I'm not saying I'm right, but it is a valid hint to take into consideration. The garden party is a noble gathering that even members of the Imperial family take part in. Do they truly expect us to accept the help of abject nobodies for an event like this? They struggle to understand such a simple concept boggles the mind. Hey, I don't know what those fools from the HMP are saying, but it's our duty to maintain security here, and so we shall. They can simply watch and learn. Hey, the HMP has already stated their desire to handle security around here too, so I'm afraid there's not much point in talking to me. Oh boy, the Imperial Guardsmen are at it again. They're all noble, so they really don't play nice with the HMP. They never do. Alright, we're going to need to conduct a thorough inspection inside. There's always a chance that someone might have snuck in. Well, where Phantom B is concerned, it's always a chance. I can't stand lovesick couples. Just listen to those two is so infuriating. Oh, whoa there. You might want to step away from my lineup. There's a garden party tomorrow? I'm not sure I follow. Being slightly overprotective from his girlfriend? Oh, excuse me, is there a reason you want us to leave? Robert, save me from this terrible person. Will be people? Yeah. Alright, shall we talk to the shopkeeper as well then? Since that's the only person we haven't talked to yet. And this is definitely different. Oh crap, I forgot that they were closing this place off this afternoon. The Imperial Guardsman gave me a real earful for that. Oh, do you want something? I gotta get moving now-ish, so get your order in quick. The park's gonna be off limits during the first day too. Oh well, I just have to move the stall over somewhere else. No worries, if it's mobile, you definitely can. Oh yeah, your sister's receptionist at the Imperial Chronicle, isn't she? No wonder she's so busy. Your mom and dad work both too, don't they? Then let's go see the summer festival together. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this year's parade. My sister told me that Princess Alvin will be taking place, so we gotta go too. I can't wait to check out all the food stalls. But I might end up eating away too much like I did last year. Yep, I know the feeling. Because I have a little vacation coming up, and I really know for sure that I'm going to eat too much during that period too. It's basically what any, let's say, party event really does to a person. It lets go of all your inhibition when it comes to food. Especially when it's tasty. Alright, was northeastern? I think so, that would be in that direction on the bench. Oh crap, I don't think we got enough decorations. I'm going to need to get them sent more over as soon as possible. Then we'll check the other side. Unless I wrongly remember, but we'll see an exclamation mark. If, one, we are in the right area, and second of all, if we are at the right bench. Which of course with bench would also be another hint, cause I can remember a lot of other places that also had benches in the area. I think the only one that comes to mind is the Oz district, and we've just been there, and it doesn't have anything that looks like a prismatic thing. Oh, the Imperial Guardsmen and the military police end up arguing over security arrangement every year. They both got too much pride on the line, which end up making it nearly impossible for me to agree on anything. I wish they'd spare a thought for us. We're the ones who end up inconvenienced by the drama every year. Oh well, before you know it, the day will be over and the party will begin, and then you are totally out of control with anything. Oh, a few of us civil servants are responsible for actually running the garden party. With the number of guests, it sounds like it'll be non-stop work, but even still, I hope I can work the event. After all, that will mean a chance to see Princess Alvin up close. They're all, ooh, do you see that? You do actually see the card. Oh, that's really cool. I like that detail. Then I must have just missed it on the statue. Definitely something to look at in editing. Oh, Grandpa, are you okay? This is why I told you to take it easy. I swear, you're gonna sprain some muscle you haven't used in 30 years. Oh, my hip. Well, he's definitely an old man. This must be the Prismatic Palace. Yeah, all signs point to the Crystal Garden, which leaves only the northeastern seat. I am presuming it pertains to an actual place one can sit. This would suggest we ought to investigate this bench in the northeastern part of the garden. Is that it? Seems so. What does it say? Let's see, the third key is... At a round table where once rested the gauntlets that supported the east of the city. Oh goody, another riddle. Still, what can we do but keep going? And the gauntlet that protected the city? The Brazier Guild, of course. Ah, it seems fate has ordained that we should meet again. Hey, I recognize that voice. Yeah, this has to be Blue Blank, because he always liked to poke his nose in just to, let's just interject in his own investigation. See? I knew it. Who are you again? Oh, he's Baron Blue Blank. Ah, yes. We first met during our field study in Berayard, I believe. Ah, très bien. I'm most pleased to see that you have not forgotten me. Though, if my eyes do not deceive me, you have two new faces among your throng today, no? Hi, it's Nice to meet you. I've heard mention you from my classmates. Has your search for beauty brought you all the way to Heimdall too? You can indeed say that. However, to me not just in Briarheart, but among the picturesque elegance of the Vermilion capital as well. Truly, it seems that we are bound together by destiny, most inseparable, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, and I don't know if this is a hint, or just something that I am noticing, but the fact that it calls this city the Vermilion Palace is a hint that he is Phantom Thief B, right? Like, we know it because we've seen him in Trails in the Sky. But come on, if you play this for the first time, that should be a clear hint that it makes you think he has the same first letter, which is so far in this game a real indicator of the villains, because we are still looking for C. I have a couple of suspects by now who I think it is. I will not reveal them as far, just in case I'm wrong. But if we get more hints to it, I will. But this is the same here. Baron Blue Blank with a B, Phantom Thief B. Now with this hint on the Vermilion city. Really? I'm not sure. He's a bit on the unique side, huh? Yeah, unique. Let's just call it that. I couldn't sense him coming at all though. Again, another hint of him being a thief. But a thief needs to be light on his feet. Please, the intensity of your stares is positively withering. Or is it that my overwhelming beauty has clutched your heart so tightly that you cannot help but gaze in wonder? Oh, I bet all the mirror I have on me that's absolutely not the case. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's still much I must attend to. I wish you the best of luck with your studies. And there he goes. So what did he come to convey to us? Wait, that guy? Who knows? Ah, and there it is. Even Rean suspects him of something, definitely. But now that he is here, he did throw in a range of my train of thought. What was the hint again? I think round table people that protected the city in the eastern side of town. Yeah, definitely the Bracer Guild. And was there a round table in that location? Or is this a reference to round table just like with King Arthur and such? Or is there like a police or something in this part of the city that he might be referring to? No, that's a round table. Come on, there has to be a visual. There it is, on the table deck. I see it. The gauntlets that supported the east of the city. The gauntlet is the symbol of the Bracer Guild, isn't it? It's on their emblem too. Yeah, and the ones and east parts mentioned it in the note seemed important as well. This building was once a branch of the guild. And while the capital once had 2 such branches, this is the easternmost branch. And this must be the round table. Ah, there it is. I can't believe he even trespasses in our lodgings. Indeed, the thought from the looks of things, it doesn't seem to be touching anything else. Still, not a pleasant thought. Yeah, it's kind of creepy knowing he was here. Especially considering we don't know what he's actually after. Anyway, let's see what the next card says. I'm pretty sure that during Cold Steel 1, 2, 3 and 4 we'll learn more about his intention with this group. Because I'm sure if he's capable and able to, he will come back many times to challenge us to beautiful quests. The fourth key is on the bottom of the white burden of the steel bird perched at the water's edge. On the bottom of the white burden of the steel bird perched at the water's edge. Since you've already been to 2 areas with water, then the only thing I can conceive of that is this is a reference to Heimdall Port. Sure enough, it's another riddle. And a rather challenging one at that. Is it though? Because if he's talking about water, we need to be in an area where we actually have water. And we have that in Matter Park. And at the Trical Plaza. And of course, the port. So since we already been to the first two, logic dictates it will be at the port as well. And maybe perching Bird of Steel or something like that is the cranes that load onto ships. Well, let's have a look around. Because if I'm right, that should be it, right? Like that thing over there. Well, there are multiple of it, so we shouldn't be discouraged straight from the get-go. And with the water reference, I am fairly certain it's going to be in this area. We just have to find it. Oh! Now look. So where is it? I can't look over the chest itself. Well, I can't see it. Let's see what if the game shows us. It's maybe in between the chests. The steel bird perched at the water's edge. The crates. Oh wait, this is probably the last hint, so if we open it, the tiara will be inside. The last clue seems like it might be referring to a crane here in Heimdall Port. And that would make it quite burden these containers. I can't see a card attached to any of them though. The clue did say it would be on the bottom. Perhaps we should discuss this with whoever's in charge here and ask him to check the containers for us. That would be Port Chief Danberto. We met him earlier today, so let's see if he's willing to help us. Group A explained the situation to Port Chief Danberto, who agreed to check all of the white containers for them. And just as they predicted, a card was found affixed to the bottom of one of the containers. How the devil did that get stuck to the bottom like that? He wouldn't have been able to attach it without lifting the container, and that would meant using the crane. But when did he do it? None of us ever noticed anything suspicious. Well, he is supposed to be a master of disguise, right? So maybe he disguised himself as one of the workers here? I can only guess that's how he might have done it, but it's definitely not something a normal person could pull off. And that aside, what does the card say? Oh yeah, let's see. The final key is hidden near the water's edge. The crimson crown you seek sleeps within a black ark, nestled in the steel car that marches with the minutes. Black ark nestled in the steel car that marches with the minutes? Governor Recknick's car? This one's just as obtuse as the others. Nothing if it's also hidden near the water's edge. From all indicators, I'd say the next one is here in Heimdall Port too. It did say final key and crimson crown too, so at least there's that. Yeah, looks like this is the last one. Alright, so at least they're giving us the hint that it is in this area. But if I hear what it's saying, the first thing that pop up in my mind is like an actual car, a black car that Governor Reckness used, but that's not here, is it? Let's just check all locations until I see something that makes me think like, that's it. And it did say the water's edge. They wouldn't be referring to the Esperanza, right?
Ooh, this looks like a good spot.
It is, but there's no fish. Yeah, I did all the fishing already. Wait. Could it mean the tram since it's here? Because technically speaking, the tram is never here when we try to fight it, so yeah, it could be it. Oh, and there is an indicator there as well. The steel car. My guess is that the last clue refers to the orbital tram. That seems like the best fit. What about marching with the minutes? Well, the tram schedule, of course, arriving and departing at the preset times. Heidelport is a starting and ending point for all trams in the city. So you could say the tram area is waiting for its appointed time. Well, that makes sense in a weird way. I guess this is the place then. Let's get the driver's permission to have a look inside. Excuse me, do you think you could do us a favor? Look at the color of his hair. Is that blue-black? Is he in disguise? If that's the case, that would be a really good disguise. Sure. What do you need? Rean explained the situation to the tram driver and asked permission to search inside the tram. The infamous Phantom Thief B hid something in this tram card? Yes, we believe that to be the case. Wow, really? Well, I get where you're coming from. Go on and look around as much as you want. Thanks for your cooperation. He's very suspicious, isn't he? Ooh, but the fact that we could actually go in here, that's actually really cool. It looks like this must be the Black Ark mentioned on the card. Our Phantom Thief appears to have taken no pains to hide it. Isn't it kind of weird that the driver didn't notice it? Maybe Phantom Thief left it with not too long ago. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, let's have a look inside. And there it is. Inside the black case rested a tiara embedded with the dazzling carnelians. Yep, this is it. So this is the storied Crimson Tiara. It has such a fury glow. Wow, so this thing is worth 100 million mira, huh? Oh, I'm always afraid to handle it. Yeah, we've got to be really careful about getting this back to the jeweler's safety.
So the tiara really was in there, huh?
Yeah, I'm 90% certain that that driver is Blue Blank.
Now I'm wondering if the last passenger who stepped off the tram was Phantom Thief B himself. I don't remember there being any unusual passengers on board, though.
I see. So you have no idea who Phantom Thief B could have been then?
To have done so much and yet left no trace of his presence. He must truly be a master at covering his tracks.
Tram tracks.
I'll say. But hey, at least we were able to get the tiara back. I suppose that's good enough.
What's wrong, Rean?
Well, why are you staring at me like that?
I think it's time we put an end to this little charade. Don't you, Baron Blue Blanc? Or should I call you Phantom Thief B?
Damn, Rean. Well done. A lot faster than Estelle.
What?
Brilliant laugh.
This savory taste is why the unripe fruit is the most delectable of all.
Wait, aren't you the Baron we met earlier? But that mask...
That's the mask of Phantom Thief B!
Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am Phantom Thief Blue Blanc, otherwise known simply as Phantom Thief B. Baron Blue Blanc is but one of the many roles I have assumed during my pursuits. Incidentally, might I ask when you first discovered my true identity?
A couple of games ago for me, but I'm pretty sure you're referring to Rean in the party.
It didn't really take much discovering. You went out of your way to show up in the Crystal Garden after all. Now, maybe it's just me, but I find it hard to believe you were seriously trying to hide your identity to begin with. Your disguise is nothing short of perfect, I have to admit. But with all the work you've put into this, I suspected you might come check on us near the end of your little game.
Ha ha! I see! Excellent deductive reasoning. Simply splendid!
But why would you do something like this? Why go to all the trouble?
Ah, does that interest you? Must there be a motive?
It's just for the beauty of it all.
Nah. Now that we know your identity, there's nothing more to discuss.
Theft is a crime.
Indeed. A crime we will not allow to go unpunished.
Oh, what spirited youths you are!
Yeah, they're not ready to stop him just yet. Not strong enough.
What?
How did he do that?
Just a little trick I like to keep up my sleeve. Regardless, you have provided me with plenty of sport and more than enough entertainment for one day. I'll be watching your future achievements with keen interest. Ladies and gentlemen, until we meet again, I bid you adieu.
Adieu, Phantom Thief. I really like Blue Blanc as a character.
He disappeared again.
That's quite a little trick.
You might still be nearby. Let's search the area.
Rean and the others scoured the area for Phantom Thief B, but try as they might, they found no trace of him. After reporting details of the incident to City Hall, they trekked back to the jewelers to return the tiara. Beautiful. Oh, I can't believe that you were able to recover the tiara safely. How could I ever thank you? Well, I almost get the impression that we're the reason he stole it in the first place. So maybe we should apologize to you? Oh no, not at all. Phantom Thief B's conquests have always seemed rather capricious. I imagine he just decided to use all of you, as a convenient excuse for his latest escapade. Given how fixated on us he seemed, I don't think that's all that likely. Well, better not to say anything. Indeed, the last thing we want is to cause more confusion here. I'm afraid I can't offer you much, but please take these as a token of my thanks. All element Sepith 500. Damn, thank you. This is a lot of Sepith. Are you sure it's alright to give us that much? It almost feels like more than we deserve. Well, this is a jewelry boutique after all. We have more Sepith lying around than we know what to do with. Well, that does make sense. Thank you very much. Oh, think nothing of it. It's the least we could do after all you've done for us. Yeah, and a beautiful ending to a beautiful quest. Thank Ideos. Looks like we'll all be able to keep our jobs after all. But this is no time to relax. I'm going to have to be extra careful to make sure no one lays a finger on it again. Well, I really doubt Blue Blanc will be back for it, but yes. Thank you so much for all you've done for us today. We'll be implementing even stricter security protocols so that what happened today will never happen again. Oh, I'm glad to see the tiara came back safely after all. It glimmered so beautifully, though I can see why the thief wanted it. You guys got it back? Amazing. You're all students, right? What kind of school do you go where you learn how to bust up thieves? Well, Thors Military Academy, the school to be. Thank goodness. It seems like we may be able to keep our jobs after all. What do you think Phantom Beef could have been trying to do by stealing the tiara? I have no idea. Well, only Blue Blanc knows the inner thoughts of his own. Oh, thank you so much for all your help. Everyone here is extremely grateful for what you did. Well, you're more than welcome, but I will leave today's episode right here. We have completed the entire investigation in one episode, so I'm really happy with that. Next, I think we're going back to our lodgings to see if there are any more tasks we can do, or yeah, I think that's it. I think that's actually it. I think once we step outside these doors, we'll probably get a scene which will move the story onwards. If not, we'll probably move on to tomorrow when it is going to be the summer festival, and I really am hoping we'll be here for that. And we know that there's one thing that Rean still needs to do when he's here, that is visiting his sister at St. Estrella. So that's definitely going to happen before he leaves. Is it today or is it tomorrow? I'm hoping tomorrow with the garden party, because I'm still hoping that the one guy Elvin was referring to in her talk with Rean's sister, I think it's Rean himself. Yeah, so she will definitely not be happy with that if that's the case, but it will be very funny to watch. Maybe next time, but until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we see if we are allowed to stay here for the summer festival. See you then. Bye bye.